Hi, it's Gareth from Port Monkeys. Today we're on Princess Cruises Royal Princess. We're actually on an Atlantic crossing, transatlantic, and this is deck 5 in the Piazza. If you look around, it's 3 stories high, a lot of gold color. And this is where we're going to start today. So we're going to cross over here. We are Midship right now, deck 5. This is the International Cafe where you can buy your specialty coffee. But remember, in the International Cafe they have food that's free and friendly people to serve you. So, delicious. But they will make you a mocha, java, half-caff latte or whatever. Okay, the godmother of this ship is the Duchess of Cambridge. This is guest services, which we used to call the purser's desk. These are the people serving guests, and they are very happy this early in the morning. They have this creation here. Don't know what it is. This is the shore excursion desk. They have a self-serve way. You know, you fill out a form and drop it in a slot, or you can wait till someone's there. Both these lines get rather long. This is Sabatini's. It's a restaurant where you would pay to go in and eat Italian food. Apparently they're open for breakfast for some people. It's an Italian restaurant, $29 cover charge. Here's a little idea of the menu. Heading forward. So forward on deck 5, you're going to find the Lotus Spa. So this is the Lotus Spa. And they have certain deals. And it's a spa like on any other ship. Goes back here a ways. Over there, keeping it clean. Which seems very happy. I didn't realize this was so big. Treatment rooms, massage rooms. I don't know what you would call them. The place where the magic happens. Remember, we're on deck 5 and we're heading aft, midship. This is the Piazza, International Cafe over there. This is Vine's Wine Bar. They also have regular liquor, but they have a selection of wine in a cooler and more wine over here. See that? Exercise class going on this morning. It's almost 9. Janet's up to bat. Almost. I think she could knock it in with the next one. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. Yay, fun bears!
What are you?
the gelato area. Apparently they're not open yet. It's called gelato. And then Celebrations, which is a candy shop basically. Although that looks like bottles of rums of the world. 4 of those for $10. That's interesting. Oh, this is liquor too. Well, Celebrations. The Piazza. And this is the Internet Cafe. So they have some computers in here you can use. Pricing. Printing instructions. Internet Cafe. Another dining room is here. I think this is also a come anytime, make reservation dining room. Symphony. Can't really see much in there, but it's just another dining room. We're in one of those glass elevators, Midship. Actually, not much to see in them. That was the pool. Now it's blackness and me. Eventually, though, we'll get to the Piazza, which is 3 stories high. And there it is. It's about 7:15 a.m., so the ship is going to be sort of empty.
Going up.
This is a crew area. This is where we get on and off the ship sometimes. There's the X-ray machine. There's some ATM machines and foreign currency exchange machines. You should know that they are not a bargain. On the other side of the ship is another crew area. Sometimes we get on and off over here. We are on Gala Deck 4. So the medical center is right here. Of course, it's not open right now, but there it is, Deck 4, Gala Deck. Now we are on Deck 6, Fiesta Deck, forward, and through this way is the Princess Theater. It's a nice theater. And it's full almost every night on this ship. Some ships, you know, they're not full. Of course, maybe that's a bad thing. But it's got that big stage there. And they keep saying it seats 1,000. I don't know if it does. Of course, there's, 3,500 passengers. The very front of the ship is behind here. So we're looking aft. Up there is Deck 7. But we'll just go back out here on Deck 6.
They broken all the pasta. Why?
Because they created a new pasta.
No, they make a I cannot say what. It's a not. Cannot be. The pasta is come out like that.
Well,
if you want a short pasta, you buy a short pasta.
What is the name of this?
What? Linguine.
What is the name of this?
Broken linguine. Broken linguine.
Brocchettini, that's the name. You just created it.
My tongue is tied when I try to speak. My inside shaking like a leaf on a tree. There's only one cure for this body of mine. That's to have that girl that I love so fine. Touched my hand, but to say they treat my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed. With a word, she can get what she came for. Now, get up now.
Princess Theater, and we are back to the forward elevator lobby, lifts as we call them, and this is Churchill's. Churchill's is where you can go to smoke, and it smells like it. They have these nice chairs, little cubbies where you can smoke. Buy cigars. Cohiba Churchill, $23. I suppose you could drink them here too. And that's Churchill's. I try to avoid that. So we're heading aft now on the port side. And this is Club 6. And it has a bar here. It has lots of seating. Lots. But it's called Club 6. So it's forward, port side, left side. Somewhere here it says Club 6. But I don't see it now. Of course, this is your casino. It's Midship, I would say. Has a bar, has relatively new slot machines. I mean, it's got some old ones, but mostly newer slot machines. If you go to casinos much, you see what I mean. Also has these machines where you slip in the quarters or tokens. Blackjack, claw machines. Remember, claw machines are random number generators. It's not skill. We have Let It Ride, 3-card prime, roulette, wheel. So there's your casino. Now we're back in the Piazza on deck 6. So I'm going to circle around this way. Club 6 was on the port side there we walked through. This is the photo video gallery. Later they will put some photos in these slots. They'll open up these doors I always like to buy a ship's photo. Sometimes I buy them all. You get all your photos for $2.49. Of course, before the cruise, that was $1.99. But even that seemed a little much, I guess. I mean, what would I do with 50 photos? They also sell some photo equipment they'll have out here. Okay. They have videos they've pre-made of things. We're heading aft on the port side. Club class dining. There's bathrooms. This is club class. I have to admit I haven't been in here. So if you want club class dining, it really doesn't look much different than where I'm eating, but maybe it's more special somehow. We're heading forward again on the starboard or right side of the ship. This is the midship elevator lobby. There's 6 elevators there, 2 glass, 4 regular. All this in here, notice the pizza ovens. This is Alfredo's. They have pizza and maybe some other things. Okay, pizza and pasta. So we come up the stairs, forward on deck 7, and we're still outside the Princess Theater. Deck 7 is the Promenade Deck. On our particular cruise, they've had the Promenade Deck closed. This is several days now. It's been closed, so. They do have bathrooms. They have bathrooms, I think, on both sides. We are, of course, on port side, forward. And we're at the upper entrance to the Princess Theater. And I'll tell you, most people come to the Princess Theater through this deck, not deck 6. But that's what it looks like from up here. I don't know what that sound means. Now, like I say, it's early in the morning, as cruises go, 7:30 now. And so the shops are all closed, I believe. But this is Calypso Cove, and they have a variety of things, mostly gifts, clothes, t-shirts, candy. This is Limelight. They sell cigarettes and watches, it looks like. Of course, we've found ourselves in the art gallery now, and there's a certain amount of art here. So we've crossed over to starboard now, and I'm going back forward on deck 7. They raffle off or auction off this chart of our cruise. The problem is, because of bad weather, after we left Hamburg, instead of going to Bergen, Belfast, and St. John's, Newfoundland, we turned around and we're heading south. So we're down in here somewhere now, heading to Vigo, Spain, then the Azores, and then New York. So I don't know if they're going to change that to match or not. But this is the art gallery, and they have art auctions, of course. Port monkeys don't really partake of art auctions. This is Essence, and as you can guess, it's perfume and makeup, I guess. I'm not very good at that stuff. We're entering the Piazza now on deck 7, and it's the Ocean Terrace Seafood Bar. That costs extra. We'll try to get a look at that. This, I believe, is Crooner's Bar, so it's like a martini bar, but they of course have every drink as usual. So this is like a sushi bar, but they have other things. I see a sign over there, treasure chest sampler. It says only $20. So I'm guessing you can eat here for $20. This is Meridian Bay, and they sell jewelry. Maybe we'll get a look in these places later. This is your Effie store, you know, from the Caribbean. Effie jewelry, watches, whatever Effie sells. See, here's two more circular staircases twisting down. It's Crooner's Bar across the way. We're heading aft to the back of the ship on deck 7. Here's Facets. Looks like it's joined together with Effie, I don't know. This seems to be a way I could get out that's not blocked. So I'm out on the promenade on deck 7 now. The sun's not up yet. Got this big clock. Up there is the skywalk. They have these chairs out here. The open ocean. England is off that way. France on the other side of us. I just hope I'm not trapped out here. You can get an idea for how big the ship is here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels of balcony cabins. Let's see if I can get back in now. Well, it looks like I can get back in. Oh, just don't get too close to those doors. So, from the starboard side, deck 7, heading aft, but we are midships. This is the Princess Captain Circle membership inquiries. And here's some brochures for Princess Cruises. And then this is the Future Cruise Center. It's just an office in there. You give them your name and they call you. Over here, midship, is where I said there was 6 elevators. 4 of those and 2 glassed-in ones. This is a nice vantage point for looking at the Piazza, though. They have these maps wherever there's elevators on both sides. So we went to 4, 5, 6, and we're on 7. We're not done on 7 yet. But then there are staterooms on 8 through 12. Only staterooms, so we're not going to bother with that. There is no deck 13 on a Princess ship. On Riviera deck, there's a wedding chapel and concierge lounge. 15, that's where my cabin is. Nothing but staterooms. And then 16. So we're going to move to that in a minute and then do the rest. All right. So from the Future Cruise Center, if we keep heading aft, now here's something you should know. We are on the starboard side. If we were on the port side, the left side of the ship, this is where all the stairs are, and elevators that you can't use. There's 2 of these here. There's nothing. And it says crew only, no admittance. And I see that it's closed on deck 7, where we went out on the other side. But you can't get aft on deck 7 on the port side, on the left side. You have to go down the right side. There's no other way. So here we are back on the right side, starboard side. Here's Here's our crew, or some of them anyway. And this is called the Princess Live Cafe. So I guess this is part of Princess Live. This is actually Princess Live. And they actually record shows in here. We play a lot of trivia in here. I think they do karaoke in here. They have a lot of expensive equipment up there in the ceiling, including cameras and so on. But they record a lot of television shows for the ship's TV. Hey. But we're gonna head on back out and keep going aft on deck 7. That's Princess Live.
And we're just about ready for sailing, and very shortly when we have clearance we'll be letting go our lines, thrusting off the dock bodily to port before making a turn all the way around to port around about 180 degrees and heading out in a southwesterly direction out of the bay here in Vigo.
Princess Live. Got the Sea Hag. Now we're heading to where the Crown Grill is. And this is the Crown Grill and the bar in the Crown Grill. The bar out here. And it's pretty big. Oh, they've got chairs here so I don't go in. That's what the Crown Grill looks like. Oh, they have pub lunch in here. I forgot about that. So this is included, pub lunch. The liquor's not included. And then at night, they have a $29 menu. Steak and chops, some seafood. Here's your Crown Grill menu. I don't know if you can read that or not, but all those things are $29 a person. And then if you get that, it's an extra $10 or something. Steak and lobster, surf and turf.
There we go.
Recording live on the CNN.
Happy anniversary
to you. Happy anniversary to you. Come on, boys. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. And many more.
Merci beaucoup.
Here.
So this is the Wheelhouse Bar and Crown Grill. There is music here every night, and maybe during the day too a little bit. This is the library, and people make jokes about the library. I'm going to grab these for Janet. And the joke is the library doesn't have any books, but it does have some, and it has all these games. And I'm assuming I could just reach in there. It's already open. I always see that when I look in. So there are some books. There's even some travel books, but we're not going to any of those places except Los Angeles at the end of our cruise. So, still heading aft, starboard side of deck 7. We come to the Vista Lounge. And the Vista Lounge is a nice lounge. Lots of seats. It's very big, goes all the way across the ship to the port side. Sometimes it's closed though. Sometimes they do art auctions here. Sometimes there's private parties going on here. I even have come to some private functions here. But then at night they do dancing, and we've done trivia in here. So it's just a lounge for everything. But remember, if you try to exit the Vista Lounge on the port side, you're going to end up going back over to starboard because there's nowhere to go there. There's an exit. You can get out, but then there's a wall. See what I mean? There's nowhere to go here. Deck closed. So you have to cross back over to starboard. So we're still aft on deck 7, and this deck is not blocked for some reason. Now here you got your wooden deck chairs. Check those out. Don't see those a lot these days, but there they are. Wooden deck chairs with pads over there. We're in the English Channel, I guess you'd say, or maybe we've come out on the other side, in the southern end, western end. I'm not sure which is correct. I'm heading to the aft of the ship, back. So we see the sunrise there, and there it is. And you can't get any further than these two chairs. Now it does the same thing on the other side, but that was closed. This one wasn't. So that's what it looks like out here. We came out of the Vista Lounge. We're at the aft, the rear of the ship, deck 7, and the main dining room with the dining times, you know, early and late seating, is Allegro, and it's down here. And the only way to get to it is to come back here on the starboard side of deck 7 through the Crown Grill and Wheelhouse Bar and go down these steps or go down that elevator. And then you're back here. Hi.
Hi.
Is it breakfast?
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna walk in and make a picture. I'm not eating.
Okay.
They're very nice. The whole crew's very nice. So this is where most of you are gonna be eating dinner. Breakfast and lunch are open seating. Goes way around that way. Goes way around that way. My table's over there. Food's pretty good. So we're gonna go up to deck 14 now. Remember, we're gonna skip all those passenger decks.
Hi, how are you? Bye-bye.
Au revoir. And we're just gonna ride the elevator up because that just seems easier. So the elevator floors all have these, and they change each day, I think, or maybe they're permanent. And it's just different elevators. To see myself, though, I just need to aim this at a mirror.
Deck 14, Riviera.
So I've gotten to deck 14 Riviera, and like I said, decks 8 through 14, or 15 even, are just passenger cabins. And this is the way they look. In case you've never been on a cruise. On this ship, the halls are lined with photos that passengers have taken and submitted to the photo contest. So that's what these are. Princess ships is they have laundromats on the passenger decks. So 2 washers, 2 dryers. They have a vending machine for the soap and dryer sheets. This is where you get the tokens that go in the machines. You just swipe your passenger card through there. It is, however, $3 for washing and $3 for drying, and these are $1.50. So, and it has a TV in here that doesn't really work. Iron and ironing board, though, you can use that for free. So we're on Lido Deck 16 now, and we're gonna be inside and outside on this deck. This is the starboard side, and we are aft. So we're in the back of the ship. Let me go back here and show you something real quick. There's the elevator lobby. So it's passenger cabins forward on both sides. Of course, the elevators, the stairs. Now we're on the port side. More passenger cabins, more passenger pictures. I don't have any up there, in case you were wondering. Someday. They've done that on the Royal, Regal, and Majestic so far, and I'm assuming they're going to keep it up. So this area, although it's got glass around it, is open air. And this is the Trident Grill. You can get your hamburgers here, hot dogs, sausage. This is Mermaid's Tail Bar. Of course, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning, which wasn't too early for him. This is one of the pools, a couple of spas. And then this is Prego Pizzeria. And they usually make like 3 kinds of pizza, although I think you can ask them to make whatever.
What are the ladies gonna say? What we want to say? Hey, we all like a lunch today, don't we? There you go.
That's the video screen. I think it runs 24/7. I don't know. They show movies out here at night, and people sit up here. We'll see on decks 17 and 18 and up there and watch movies. They give you blankets if it's cold. They have life jackets in case you need a life jacket in that pool. Remember, we're on the port side heading aft. So, pool, couches, another pool, seaside bar. This is the sea walk, I think they call it, glassed in. It's a little hazy this morning. Normally it's fairly clear. But it goes along there. Seaside bar. Sea view bar, I'm sorry. Sea view bar. Crossing over to starboard now. Pool on this side's a little small. The pool on the other side's a little bigger. No lifeguard on duty. Use at your own risk. You can see the chairs up there. We'll get up there in a minute. Help yourself towels. No checking it out with your card or anything. Just take it. There's another sea walk over here. Same thing. The problem, well, there's no problem with this. It's a little disorienting to walk. The problem is those cabins. Do you see what I mean? If you have a cabin right there, all the way down, I can be all up in your business. Anyway. Bathroom down here.
Hello.
Hi. If you come out of the buffet on the starboard side and turn right, you'll find Swirls, soft serve ice cream place. Of course, it's only 9 in the morning and they're not open, but it's all included. Although I believe they only have chocolate, vanilla, and a swirl of chocolate and vanilla. Let's move on. You hear the ship's horn. We're in a heavy fog pulling into Vigo, Spain. So this, we're heading aft, remember, is the Horizon Bistro. Now the Horizon Court and Bistro is the ship's buffet. Grab a plate. I have a lot to choose from. The Bistro's food is usually a little different than the court, which we'll be up to in a minute. There's toast, muffins, bagels. You know, this food changes from day to day. That's bacon quiche, egg burritos, eggs, potatoes, fixings for something. This is the bakery, so you get lots of these things. You even have some wine for breakfast. I know you were wondering, hey, do they have wine for breakfast? Fruit even. Remember, you're on a cruise. It looks like there's a lot of seating, but you come up here in an hour and you won't find any place to sit. You're gonna have to sit with other people. So we're going from the Horizon Bistro to the Horizon Court. They even have peanut butter and raisins. They have all that stuff. All kinds of sausage, braised pork hash, eggs Florentine, hard-boiled eggs, a bunch more food. A lot of people don't know this is here, but this guy, these people will make you an omelet. You just tell them what you want on it, and they'll make it. And they'll make your bacon crispier than that, which is awfully crispy. Fruit. So we're back over to port, still heading aft. If you can't find seating here, on one side or the other, you can walk back here to where the aft elevators are, and you can go outside. On this cruise, it's been just a little cold out here. You'd need a jacket. This morning, it's not so bad. But we're heading south, so it's warming up. Out here is where you're going to find this. And don't get excited, it's just iced tea and water. When you sit at the tables, though, they help you with that. They get it for you, so you don't have to get your own. But that's what it looks like. Not sure what this area is called. But there's a bar here. Hey, they have Newcastle on tap. And Morning Mary's, in case you didn't drink enough last night. Same on this side. So we're back on starboard. This is deck 16. We're heading up to 17. And there's a lot of Sundecks on this ship. Nobody's used them. So again, port side, I can walk fore and aft. Starboard side, it's blocked with the kids area. See the giraffe sticking his head up? So you can't walk that way. I mean, you can a little bit, but not on the side of the ship. There's the kids area. This is going to be the elevators. This is the Platinum Studio, where you can have sittings and get your portrait taken. Platinum Studio. That's the office. More bathrooms. And we're back in the elevator lobby. So, Sundeck 17. We have the Beach House, ages 13 to 17. And Camp Discovery, who knows what age. Let's go have a look in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in to any of these rooms. I will tell you there aren't any kids on here, or hardly any. So that's what that looks like. Got a little slide, activities. hours of operation, port day programming. We're going to be in port tomorrow after a couple days at sea. This is another day at sea. Camp Discovery got a little broken. This is the lodge, ages 8 to 12. Ski ball, foosball. Somebody just ducked into the bathroom, or maybe the door's just swinging freely. Here's a schedule, if you can read that, of some sort. More schedule. Feel free to pause and look at that. And beach house. So I didn't really see small kids. And I'm not sure if this is for the kids. They're gonna have a casino night. Anywho, that's on deck 17 aft, near the elevator lobby. So this is the fitness center. We're up on Sundeck 17. I'm gonna go through here. They have a lot of machines. Goes around there a little bit. Towels, help yourself. Lots of these things. Lots of those things. In here they do classes of one kind or another. Free weights. More machines. They sell Cokes there and water for $3. This thing. And then we're out. That's the fitness center. Like I was saying, I've come up on these decks pretty much every day, and there's almost never anyone in any of these chairs. It's just been too cold. It's a little cold this morning, but it's warmer than it's been. So I imagine today this is going to get filled up here. We're heading forward on the starboard side, deck 17, Sundeck. You can see from here, you can see down in those cabins. Yeah, I wouldn't want one of those cabins. Check your deck plans before you book. Of course, if you do a guarantee, I guess you get what you get. We are up above the pools now. There's the little round one. There's the larger one. That is where the water and light show is when there's not deck chairs. That's what the water show looks like without the lights during the day. Not all that great. But interesting. I guess if you wanted, you could walk through it. I don't know. Maybe they'll stop it. That's where they show movies. And other media all day long. So at night they put cushions on here and they give you blankets. And this is like viewing for the movies, right? So there's 4 levels, well 3 up here, one down there. And of course you could watch from down on 16 if you wanted. Still heading forward. This is the retreat we're coming to. Adults only. On this cruise it's not a problem. I've seen like one baby. There might be some other kids. I don't know. The retreat has a pool. It's a little windy up here and a little cold. See that water moving around a little bit? And then comes the sanctuary. And by the way, the retreat has its own bar, the retreat bar, and a couple of spas. This is only for guests with sanctuary booking.
Morning.
Hi. Let's take a look, okay? Hi. So, if you come in here, you get a really fancy lounge chair. They're covered now. Here they are. Look at how beautiful that is. Yeah. Or a cabana with a television, drinks and snacks. This is the sanctuary, and you have to pay to come here. And they do not have a pool here. No pool. And I don't know if anyone has used this, or if they have a pool. I haven't seen it. I'm just gonna make sure. I don't know what's in there. More cabanas. So, get those prices. Half day cabana 140, full day 220, half day lounger 20, full day 40. Awesome. So, by the way, we're at the very front of the ship. That was the very front up there. We're gonna go from 17 up to 18. 18 is just like a Sundeck. Although 17 is called Sundeck. Go figure. So this is 18. There'll be lounge chairs on this side, lounge chairs on the other side. And this is called Sundeck. Here's the chairs for watching the movies. They have them on both sides. There's the pools, spas. So that's deck 16, deck 17. We're on deck 18. Just goes around. More Sundeck on there. We're going to go up these stairs to 19. And 19 is the top. Grassy area. This has a name though. Princess Greens has been called on other ships. Oh no, we're up in the front, aren't we? So they have lounge chairs they're going to lay out here. I really like the sun. That's all there is here. Although, if you look across, there's more aft. So we're going to head over that area. And as we come down here, what you're going to see is not only people playing ping pong, but don't go in here kind of a vibe, right? Don't go in here. So, maybe for crew? I don't know. I'm on deck 18, and there's this area down here that has the fancier lounge chairs and covered up pool or spa, I guess. And some fancy chairs. So that's down on 17, but I don't think passengers have access to it. On this deck, they have like these weight machines out in the open here. They're pretty simple. Put your feet on there, hold on there, and walk. This is a twisty thing. I don't know if you can see the twist in there. So they're on both sides. Monkey bars, I don't know. See, you think, well, there's no resistance there, but it's the seat. You are the resistance. This is the sports court, we'll call it. They have basketballs, soccer balls. There's nets out there. Somewhere here there's paddles. This is a driving range. Real clubs and real golf balls into that net. The problem is the two drivers are both left-handed. Now that might not be a problem for some of you. We call this the golf area. But for me, I'm right-handed. More of those exercise machines. So they have all these things. So you can play. Of course, there's only so much area back there, so only so many people can play at one time. We're going to go up to the sunbathing deck. Now, that's probably a misnomer, because the sunbathing is on that edge and on that edge, and I've never seen these chairs out the whole cruise, although, you know, this ship does the Caribbean. So they call this pickleball. And I see a lot of people out here playing it in the sports court. Of course, there are people waiting there. If you're playing it, then you can't play basketball or anything, right? Now over here, we have the World Championships of Shuffleboard. And these two players are playing for world domination. That's right. Oh, that's a good googly. So, but it's the Princess Greens or golf course here. They only have 7 holes though. And you're gonna get your clubs out of this bag and your balls out of this bag. They have bocce ball, if that's bocce ball, and that kind of ball. Golf balls, putters. And that's it. This is Gareth saying, "Port monkey's out. See you on the high seas." I think I'm going to practice my putting. Bye. This is our balcony, somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic with the color of that water. Last night it rained a lot, the wind was blowing, and now today there's salt on everything. Salt. Probably can't see it on there very well. Salt. So, I'm gonna clean it off. And that's a balcony cabin. Pull up your pants, girl. Somebody got flowers from an admirer, a not so secret admirer. That's right.